16 auctions scheduled today, my friends. And I've just done my first auction in Randwick. And we ended up passing it in. We passed it in at a buyer bid. I put in a vendor bid at 2.1, and we had a bid come in at 2,110,000. And Duncan Gordon at Rain and Horn Newtown now is negotiating with the highest bidder to see if we can get that property sold. I'm letting you know that in my 35 years of real estate, this is the 8th correction I've seen. This is not a very serious correction, by the way. And I'm also letting you know that I actually, contrary to what a lot of other people are thinking, I'm actually thinking the market's going to be pretty good in January to June next year. Why is that? Simple. We've got a federal election. You reckon Scott Morrison and Josh Frydenberg want to have people upset that their assets have gone down in value? Of course not. And not only that, APRA, which is an independent body, but let's be quite clear, the people that work there, they're picked by Josh Frydenberg. They're not going to want to upset him. So what we're seeing at the moment is simply an oversupply of listings because most vendors didn't do the practical thing and put their home on the market during the lockdown. They waited till Gladys Berejiklian had turned around and said, yeah, we're opening up. And by that stage, everyone had come onto the market. And now there's just too many properties to pick from. That's why I've had a heap of cancellations, withdrawals. Some people are putting their properties back on the market in January, February. So that's the story. So what do I do in a market like this? I get very close as an auctioneer to the buyers prior to the auction, and I try and build rapport with them. What do I do to a market like this? I make sure that I strategically work with the agent and the vendor to use a vendor bid nice and early if I can see that there's nonsense bidding early on. You see, when the market's hot and there's fear of missing out, I'm more than happy to start low, and I'm more than happy to take small increments because I know that there's buyer energy. But in a market like this, where you might end up having one strong buyer, right? And you might end up having one or two other weak buyers underneath them, you can't allow for bidders to take control of the auction. You as an auctioneer and the agency must make some strategic decisions that you can take control of the auction. And essentially that you're not going to entertain bidding at what I call the nonsense level, which happens sometimes in markets. People are putting in stupid bids. There's no chance of them buying the property, and there's no one that's going to push them up. And then you have a property that loses credibility because it gets passed in at a very, very low figure. I always do spend time also looking at CoreLogic RP data, because whilst that is not the monopoly on the truth and a true valuation, it just gives me a little bit of knowledge, and I'm far better off having seen it than not seeing it, particularly when I get the 3 green circles of high level of confidence. Anyway, my friends, remember, as John McGrath said at ARIC 2021, just tell the damn truth. Tell the damn truth. This is a marketplace where you've got to tell the vendors the damn truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't give them unrealistic hope. Tell it to them not worse than it is, not better than it is, but how it is. That's what a great professional does. Just tell the damn truth.